going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and what we're going to be talking about right now is Jalen Ramsey, who was a 97 overall in Madden 19 in the regular mode. Okay, so that's regular head-to-head, and he's going to be the best non-legend cornerback to start Madden, obviously, because they pretty much correlated over to how it is in regs. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's the best, usually in regs on the regular teams, they're going to be the best to start MUT. They're going to be a lower overall, but they'll be the best lower overall. So I want to let you guys know how I'm going to be proceeding with that, knowing that, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at what was going on with Jalen Ramsey in this year to kind of make you guys understand exactly what was going on. And also, Boye is coming in at number 2. I don't understand how Boye is better than Rhodes. Like, I wouldn't take Rhodes over Ramsey, but I would take Rhodes over Boye. I don't know how that's working. Plus, Antonio Brown just straight up torched him, bro. Look, whatever, bro. It doesn't really matter. You guys know what I'm talking about with Boye. This dude Antonio Brown was just going off on him in the playoffs last year. It was kind of wild, the things that were happening simultaneously, but that's neither here nor there. So let's take a look at this right here. This was his base core elite for, what was this, for the beginning of, Madden 18, right? Now you can see 87 speed, stuff like that. Okay, that's all good. It doesn't really matter. We're not really focused on that. What we're trying to understand right now is this. They're saying, based on the information I've been getting, is that zone is gonna be very, very important this year. People are telling me that the threshold is gonna be 99, and then anything as you go lower than the 99 will kind of turn off their reaction time. So if that's true, it's gonna be a very rough year for a lot of things that go on in MUT. All right, so we're gonna have to plan accordingly. This is what I'm gonna suggest, right? I don't like the information that I'm hearing about the legends that you get for the Hall of Fame edition as far as Rod Woodson goes. So pretty much what I'm going to do is do the same thing that I told you guys I did in previous years. I'm going to utilize what my rookie premiere is going to be. And between Derwin James and Denzel Ward, I'm going to figure out what's going to be going on with my cornerback situation as far as the launch goes. Because what's going to happen is Jalen Ramsey is going to be so expensive, I'm going to have to take out 2 home loans. All right? So I don't want to do that, and I don't recommend either any of you guys doing that. So what we're going to have to do is, if you guys haven't done either one of these rookie premieres, you're going to be in a very, very bad situation. Because it doesn't matter how many free elites you get at launch. If your corners suck and the game is what I think it's going to be like based on Antonio Brown being on the cover, and then also with the Hall of Fame, you're getting 1 free elite, Nat Antonio Brown, 89 overall. It's going to be very, very difficult to cover just in general. So you're going to want to have the best players out there. Now, these 2 gentlemen right here, right? What's going to happen is Denzel Ward, he's a Cleveland Brown, obviously. So the Cleveland Browns, people are kind of sleeping on them a little bit. But the one thing I can tell you is that anytime that they have a chance at a rookie premiere, like, Myles Garrett last year, whatever, it just seems obvious that they're going to get upgrades. Because they don't really have to do much. Nobody really expects much from the Browns. Like, if you're being honest about it, you just want them to walk out on the field and you're good with it. So he's probably going to be getting Team of the Weeks. That's going to help to increase his overall very fast. And that probably is going to start with the preseason, because more than likely he'll be playing in the preseason, right? So they have the preseason Team of the Week, and he might get a little boost. We can't really 100% rely on these 2 guys getting preseason boosts. I'm kind of optimistic about it, that it might happen, but I'm not going to say that it's a guarantee, right? So what we're going to have to do is this. Because I just told you about the Hall of Fame with Rod Woodson, the information that I'm hearing or what people are saying on all these threads and all that stuff like that, it's so many different, it's a lot of miscommunication going on about it, but it seems as if they're going to be a lot lower at the, overall wise when the game is launched. So we're going to have to probably take a look at it just to make sure once all the official ratings come out, and see if we're going to even dabble in the Rod Woodson. But I told you guys that either way, I'll be taking Terrell Owens anyway. But I'm just giving you guys some consideration because some of you guys wanted to go Rod Woodson on one side and then, use Denzel Ward on the other side. So if Rod Woodson turns out to be rather low and you're not able to upgrade him enough to be substantial with the zone coverage, that's going to be an issue for the start of your team. Okay? So Jalen Ramsey is going to be like a goal. You know what I'm saying? To have him on your team within the first month, I would consider that like a goal because I really like my corners to be studs. That's just me. Because when your corners are studs, you don't really worry about much. You're not worried about, oh yeah, this guy's about to hit me with this route, whatever. As long as you know that you have the proper zone in place, you don't really care that much. Now, if you played the whole year throughout Madden 18, you would know there were highs and lows as far as zone coverage. You would know that a lot of the things that happen was due to patches because of other things that wasn't working in the game. Target pass and stuff like that kind of messed up the Hail Mary. And then that final patch really it was just really, really wild. Okay? The zones weren't supposed to be reacting the way that they were after that patch, but it was something that came with the patch. So if we go ahead and gauge it based on that information, right, and you see that the base Jalen Ramsey, what he was, you could expect him to be somewhere similar. I don't think that they're going to change his base that much as a core. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see much of this being changed. Probably going to be around the same speed, at least 80-something zone, man coverage, because he's a very balanced corner. And in my opinion, he is the top corner. I don't know if I said that earlier, but I do agree that he should be the top corner. I just don't agree that Lattimore should be all the way down to a 90. If that makes any sense. I don't think that that's fair to Lattimore based on what he showed us. Now, I know it's just 1 year, whatever, and he was a rookie, but I'm not really the type of guy that's like, all right, yeah, he's a rookie, so let's not give him the ratings yet. If he goes out there and plays the way he played, he was a difference maker for that New Orleans Saints team. So with that being said, I don't think he should just be a base 90, but that's neither here nor there. We got to go with what's going to be working with us. But the reason that I bring up Lattimore is that I know that he might be also a card that we can look at as a core elite as well. Okay, so even though Jalen Ramsey is the top corner, I wouldn't go Boye. Will his price be up? Yes. You know what I'm saying? His price is probably going to be up a little bit, but I wouldn't go Boye. Okay, I don't think that he shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't really have all those glitchy stats that you're gonna really need. He's gonna be a decent corner, obviously, because he's coming in at 94 overall in regs. But I don't expect him to be that dude. If it turns out that you are a Jacksonville Jaguar fan and you're trying to create an all Jacksonville Jaguar defense, go for it. But I would probably look towards Lattimore, who I think will have more speed and just be more balanced as well. His man coverage might be a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? As far as Latigo goes. But there's going to be a lot of other cards that we could probably substitute for it. But I would probably see Lattimore's price first and try to gauge it. Because you got to remember, yeah, he was a rookie, so he started off with the gold. All right? Because he was a rookie. So Denzel Ward, you see, and he has an 88 speed. He's actually faster than the core elite for, the other dude that we just spoke about, Jalen Ramsey. So he's going to probably be faster again. Because in all honesty, I think the guy, listen, I think he outplayed what his actual rating is in Madden 19, but he has the year to, upgrade that and also to make some more player of the week cards to get us, better content in MUT. But we're going to have to look, more than likely, this is what we're going to have to probably do. We're going to look for some gold cards for lower value earlier to start, unless we get lucky after we're grinding solos and we're able to pull an elite. There's really not a lot of good free cards that are going to be, an elite corner. So we're going to have to look at, because Lattimore should have a base elite. I think he's upgraded enough to do that. If it does turn out that they give him a core gold, then we'll go with the gold. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll just be a steal. That'll definitely 100% be a steal if we're able to do that. So we would just go with the core gold. But I think he kind of earned his way up. But like I said, whatever they present us with, we're going to have to make the most out of it. But all in all, we're going to need to make sure that our positions are filled, at least minimally decent so that we could compete. Because that's the name of the game. We're going to have to be able to do certain things because we're going to be grinding for MUT Master, whatever that is. Most of us, we all go for MUT Master. So we got to make sure that our cards can at least do the minimum. Now, looking at this gold with 64 zone, if they're saying that the threshold is 99, this guy is probably going to suck if his zone is that low in Madden 19. Okay? So obviously we would have to go away from it. Man coverage, I'm not really worried about because man coverage is man coverage, bro. Like, dudes are going to sometimes play a C route, play you all the way up the field, do weird things, and then sometimes they're just going to get, beat off the line and you're going to throw a deep bomb and it's going to be a touchdown. So I more or less usually focus on zone, and I've always been a zone coverage guy, in Madden, because I just think that you get a lot more, except for maybe that one, what year was that? Maybe Madden 11? Man coverage was pretty decent in Madden 11. And that was like one of the glitchy ways you could cover tight. It was like really stupid. Even though usually in tight, man coverage is kind of dangerous because of the crossing routes underneath and then you got the outpost. But man coverage was pretty good in 11. But with this, the way that we go, all the information that we're getting about it, it probably wouldn't be smart to go with Lattimore with this zone coverage. But what we're going to have to do is at launch, at least what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice with these cards individually, offline. You know what I'm saying? Like solo, stuff like that. Just seeing the way they react. And obviously we're going to look for solos that are on competitive mode, not arcade. Because arcade, they catch everything and it's just really ridiculous. We're going to be able to gauge based on the reaction time. Now, if you ask me how do I think their reaction time will be at launch, I think it'll be fine. Based on the zone that you're able to like kind of, deal with. Because I think if you get like a 70-75 zone, if they're saying that it's going to be a certain threshold, it should go based on the route running and the features of the player on offense. So it'll all depend on the team that you're playing against. You see what I'm saying? So if a team is just stacked, you're going to be screwed regardless. We're going to just have to make more plays. We're going to have to adjust more. We're going to have to pass commit. We're going to have to make a little bit more adjustment to make it for our team being trash day one. But once we figure out exactly where the meta is, we're going to build based on that. But I'm just letting you know, it's going to be a king's ransom for Jalen Ramsey because he is going to be the best corner that's not a legend at launch. All right? So understand that as it goes on, as the year goes on, other corners are going to start playing well. You know what I'm saying? People that we never even heard of is going to probably... Every year it happens. We have an NFL star that we didn't even know about. Dude just comes out of nowhere, starts playing well. Everything starts rolling, right? When that happens, we're going to have to update accordingly. But optimally, I would want Jalen Ramsey on my team at launch. I know a lot of you guys would too. Unless you're just, a hater, you probably would want Jalen Ramsey as well. So we're going to have to look at it according to those guidelines, okay? Like for example, if you look at my team right now, you'll see that the rookie premiere, how it worked out with Marshon Lattimore, how he got all the way up to a 97 throughout the year. The way that works out, I kind of foresee that happening for Denzel Ward also. Just based on him being a Brown to start, and there's not really, like I said, that much expected. So anything that goes on is going to be huge. So we could plan for that to happen. As long, barring injury, hopefully nothing happens to the guy, we should be good as far as that upgrade. But this is all about understanding how we're going to base the corners, because that base elite, whatever Jalen Ramsey's stats turn out to be, he's going to have to be decent enough to cover every wide receiver at launch, because that's how Madden Ultimate Team works. They create like a correlation. Like Randy Moss, right? For Halloween last year, they made him go to a 99 speed, and then they had certain corners also go to a 99 speed. They always correlate it, but it's going to cost you. You see what I'm saying? And dudes are going to be in a rush to get him, and it's going to be kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to, I got to match this for that. Don't worry about that, bro. Put together a team that's based on the meta, whatever it's going to be, once you know what it is, and then you build your team early like that so that you can compete, make coins, do all that other good stuff, and then you upgrade accordingly. All right? So that's how we're going to probably go about the corner situation. If we can somehow get Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? If Ramsey turns out, if you log in, bro, and you get the game early, and some guy puts up Jalen Ramsey for like 100K, buy him. Don't even think about it, bro. Don't even listen. Hey, don't make a move other than pressing the X button or pressing the A button on Xbox One. That's it. There is nothing else to discuss, bro. I would at launch I would spend 100K. And to be honest with you, I think they're gonna give you enough solos to probably give us about 200K. And most of them are going to be moments and all that kind of stuff like that, because they did the same thing with Gauntlet. When I was done with Gauntlet, with all the free packs and everything that they gave us, I had about 300 and something K from just from the solos and getting lucky with some packs and selling cards. So you're going to want to get started with that as soon as possible once the game starts. I don't know what they're doing as far as solos go. If it's going to be Gauntlet, whatever they're going to give us. They usually give us a substantial amount of coins. So if you're lucky enough before everybody gets the game and Ramsey's price goes to a gabillion, make sure you get that card, because that is very, very key. It's almost as important as your wide receiver, the cornerback, because remember, there's going to be a lot of other guys that are going to be spending money at launch that are going to have a lot sicker teams, and you already know how the matchmaking goes when you go to seasons. And in Weekend League, forget about it. So let's focus on that. Let's see how it works out. And then if we are able to get a gold that can fit in, because the meta is not what they say for zone coverage, we're going to go with that. But definitely stay tuned. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can know exactly what's going on at the launch of Madden 19. I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a great day. Until next time. One love.